Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily, and in today's video I will be sharing a double interactive card featuring some of the new goodies from Trinity Stamps. This release is all about space and fun interactive elements like light up cards you can really easily create, or interactive cards like I will share with you today. I had a ton of fun playing with this new release, and if you like to check out the rest of the release, I will have links down below for that. This video is also part of a video hop to celebrate the release, so if you follow the link down below, it will take you to a form that you can fill out and you can have a chance to win some gift certificates. While I was rambling here, I had started to fill in one of these cool stencils. This is called Create Layers, and it's just perfect for this theme. There has been in the past a similar stencil from Trinity, so if you have that one, I don't think you need to pick this one up. But the fun thing to this one is that there is actually coordinating dies, so you can cut this create layer and some stars out and an astronaut. I don't know, but there is elements to cut them out. I also stamped some of the new really cute gnomes. So this is the astronomical gnomes, and they are just adorable. So I stamped those and I colored them in a combination of Olo markers and Copic markers. I just looked through my stash and decided which colors I liked the most, and then I grabbed them and went for it. I can easily change between the two markers since they are both alcohol marker based. So that is really nice. I'm just using mainly 2 shades of each marker, and then I am going back and forward until I have the results I like. You can see here for the gnome itself, I just colored them in with some base markers that are brown, and then I had a green astronaut here, and yeah, I just had fun playing with colors and the markers. It was super fast coloring. I sped this up I think 4 times, but you get an idea of how fast I went. I didn't super like that green color, so I actually stamped and cut another one with the coordinating dies in a blue hat instead, and then I went around with my white gel marker and did some dots and sort of dash lines around my gnomes. Then I picked out a couple of distressed mica stains that I had in my stash and some watercolor paper, and I spritzed the paper with the mica inside of a box to create sort of a galaxy look. You could definitely ink blend if you like, but I was lazy and I thought this was gonna be equally fast. So I spritzed this until it was richly colored, and then I will let this rest actually overnight, and then I will come back and do some more inking on our background. So it's the next day, and you can see how beautifully this actually turned out after resting. I also did some splatters of white on top, but it mainly was sucked into the color, so it isn't that noticeable. I will do some more stamping to this to give it some more looks of stars in a second here. But before I'm doing that, I'm cutting it to the size I want and the pieces of the background that I really liked. And then I am taking a really black ink. This is Versa Fine Ink, I think, and a blending tool from Trinity. Then we have our astronaut on top, and there is coordinating dies. I was just lazy. They were not in this room when I decided to use this panel, and I thought it was equally easy to cut this out. But there is dies, and they will probably do a better job than I did of cutting this out. So you can see how that looked. And then I gick in with some sparkles on top of some of the parts of my already cut images. Super cute. I just love how they look with a little bit of sparkle. If you're gonna do this, please do it after you're finished with your project, because I messed up plenty of times during this time and just put my hand in those glitters because it takes so long to dry. For the main sentiment, or the sentiment for this card, I went with happy belated birthday, I think it said, right? And I just inked that up in white pigment ink and heat set it with embossing powder. And when I had my stuff out, there is some beautiful stars in this set, so I just went around and created some white stars. And when I had my embossing powder out, I thought I could also use some white pigment or embossing powder, but my black ink wasn't completely dry because the panel, remember I said I did that yesterday, but this I did today, so I sort of messed up. So this is a fun trick that I picked up. I don't know where, because I have known it for a while, but I'm just taking some wire here, metallic wire. You could probably have it around the house, just twinning it around my pen. There is a little bit of a broader pen, and then I'm using my tweezers here and just cutting a piece, so we have this spiral. And then I took two black pieces, and I will use my glue gun. So I have my glue gun here, and I'm just pressing that one side to the black dot there. I just freehandedly cut something that would fit behind our main character. And if you've done less springs, there will be less dimension. I hope that makes sense. And I wanted a lot of dimension because this will probably be the main element for my the front of the card. And then I will show you a different technique for the inside. You could do more with this, but it was an experiment. And I loved how it turned out. You will see in a second what I'm talking about. But I have this one. You can see I'm just using my metallic tweezers to really press in the glue. And there we go. We have our mechanism already done. Takes like no time at all. I am trying to figure out how much of this sort of crater I want to have on my project. I went with this much. And then I will have my raised element and my sentiment to the side, so I need to know exactly where he will go, so that I know how much space I have to play with. Using some liquid glue here, and then pressing him down. And then we have our sentiment, happy belated birthday. That sentiment is gonna go to the side there. So cute, right? Really easy. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more before I'm doing anything else to it. Then I created a mechanism for the inside of the card. I just took two small strips of black paper. They don't have to be the same sort of length, but the same height. I think they need to be. I'm a little fussy, but I made them sort of the same size, because you will see I didn't measure this because I'm a lazy crafter. So I didn't measure, I didn't do anything fancy. I don't like math, so I just went with it. I sort of eyeballed. You can see here the grade of the laziness that I did. I was just like eyeballing how far I needed those to go. Yeah. So if I could do this, you really can do this. It's not hard to do. They sort of have to be the same size, right? So they don't even have to be exactly the same, but I created those, and I will have one to the one side and the upper top, and you can see the smaller size is going to the front of the card and the larger one is going to the back, and I will do the opposite for the second one, and that will create an interactive part that will have two floating astronauts on the inside. I thought that was a cool idea, and you can have the message inside. If you have time, you can definitely decorate this more. You can do some more sort of craters on the inside, or you can do that galaxy background for the whole entire inside. I think that would be super cool. I didn't do it because this was actually an afterthought, and I thought I needed to have this card sort of done. But you can definitely play around with this technique, and when I did it, I loved it so much that I definitely wanted to do it for another project. And if you follow my channel, you will see another card where I actually create a wobbler again. So stay tuned for that, because that will be really fun. But you can see how cute isn't that? They are just facing each other. I just use some liquid glue, and this will be easy to sort of close again. And I just love that they are facing each other. I think this turned out super cute. You can definitely do the mechanism larger. Just make sure that the astronauts are not going outside. So you might need to try how large and width you can have on your mechanism. Oh, you can see I'm a little bit impatient as well. So this is real time, by the way. So that is how it looks. I think it's so cute. And then we can just attach our front panel with our little wobbler on top. And you can see how this turns out. I'm excited about this release. I hope you are too. Don't forget to check out the rest of the video hop. There will be an Instagram hop today as well, and the new release are available today. So stay tuned and watch that. I will have links down below for the new products in this release, as well as a link to the video list, so you can see all of the other designers who created for this video hop. Did I mention there is an Instagram hop as well? Don't forget to check that one out either, because it's gonna be so much fun. Thank you so much for stopping by. I always love when you leave comments, so please do that. I will try to answer them. I know I'm terrible at it, but thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye!